Here's a DIY greeting card for Father's Day. It's business in front, party in back for all those fathers who know how to balance work and play. Let's fold your paper to make it look like a shirt. Fold it in half like a greeting card, an inch down from the top, cut all the way, leaving the center available and attached on both sides. Fold down the top two corners like a collar. You can glue it down with a glue stick. Now you have a dress collar. Now flip it over so we can make a casual shirt. Bring the corners together so we can find and pinch the middle. Cut down a ways so it's double the length of your fold. Fold the top portion down so it matches up with the other side. Fold your paper down to make a collar. This will be our first seam. Bring down your collar even more so we can cut it. First seam is a guide to cut a 1/2 inch on either side so we can finish out our collar. Okay, there's our practice on construction paper, but now let's do it on watercolor paper so we can make a design on our shirt. Since I'm using a thick watercolor paper, I'm going to have to use hot glue gun to glue down my colors. Be sure to cut off the excess. Remember, that's our first seam. We're going to need to bring it down even further, and that first seam is a guide for where we cut the excess off of our collar. After the paper is cut and folded into a shirt, it's time to make a design. I'm going to make a Hawaiian shirt with pink flamingos on it. Draw a center line so you know where your buttons are going to go. First, make an S. I'm using watercolor. I'm using pink and a little coral. Then a little ball at the top of the S. At the bottom of the S, a few little feathers. Then make an oval ball sitting at the bottom of the S. I like to have the body of the flamingo a pale pink and then use the darker coral as my shading underneath. Keep practicing this, backwards S's and forward S's. Make a variety of different shaped flamingos. Now their legs are pretty much sticks, but remember, their knees go backwards. Try to make all your flamingos different. This one's going to be sitting down, so you won't see the legs. Now, if you get too much water with your watercolor, you can always blot it off. The watercolor is fairly forgiving. You can even almost erase it with extra water. Dab it, add water, and dab it. Now to make the long bent beak. I chose to have a salmon or a tan color. You can practice your pink flamingos on a different piece of watercolor paper before you bring it to your Father's Day card. While my pink flamingos are drying, I'm adding some blue in the background, some water and sky. Once the paint's dry, I use a blue ink pen to give it an eye and a little bit of shading underneath its beak. Now to add a little greenery. I'm using different colors of green and teal and a little yellow. Always step back and look at your art and see if you need anything else. There we go, a pink flamingo Hawaiian shirt. Now for the business tie. First draw on your tie, do the knot at the top, which is a soft rectangle. Then draw your tie, make sure you have a little point down at the center bottom. Now it's time for some watercolor. I did a variety of different textured colors and I made it fairly wet, and at the very end I blotted it off. So just get creative. I chose to paint the rest of my shirt a color. You don't have to. But definitely use a hot glue gun to glue down that collar. After your watercolor paint is dry, bring out your ink pen and draw a little shading. There you go, you got your custom Father's Day card, your business in front and party in back. Please make sure to like and subscribe and refer a friend. I hope you've enjoyed it.